for those who are watching. We are back again with this chapter of Shokugeki no Soma, chapter 241. If anyone of the from last week see this chapter review, they all know that last time I exploded in anger. This time I won't explode in anger, but I will show frustration. And what I'll show in my frustration is... I know this is your style, creators. However, keep throwing these cliffhangers with this character, that and that and that is actually kind of aggravating. Then again, I shouldn't actually complain that much because I know this is their shtick. However, people complain about Fairy Tail with the power of friendship and always surviving, and that was their stick. So technically I have all the right to complain about this because I'm not really a fan of it. I guess I just have to get used to it. But yeah, as I said, the Shokugeki no Soma chapter. Finally, Some and Soma's match begins. Soma makes the first move, seeing that, well, Soma has yet to make his, so to speak. He serves a first-class ingredient of a fish sushi dish with butter, with the richness of the butter custard in the steam rising from the dish, the garlic and soy sauce, and many things more. Now they will taste his steel. So they begin to, the judges eat the dish and immediately get drawn into it, as of course, as they mention how many things are delicious in that one. Team Soma also note that while the seafood is already pretty fatty as it is, um, they believe that throwing butter in it will almost make it a pro-save. So to create as this sort of light, a frickling taste, they have to lift that oily heaviness. So apparently Soma had used orange juice, which possesses a different sort of elegant levity than does vinegar. So it's something that many traditional French dishes employ, both butter and orange juice. Is going to make an even rice highlight the flavor um, of the butter, because the fact is that his rice is orange and lemon. Yes, Some Sato is a very picture of a warrior. For his speciality is sushi. He has been fighting many battlefields. In this stage makes him actually similar to Kurokiba, except a little bit different. You all know that Kurokiba is a kid who had to be sharp to survive, so to speak. In essence, this is a little bit similar, although still different. Some got sharp, no pun intended, with his blade in order to and conquered the many sushis and the fish ingredients, so he could become very strong and surpass something else. Because it turns out that we are getting some moments into Some Sato's life story. I guess this is the first foreshadowing that yes, he will lose this, because we saw nothing of Momo's foreshadowing. And by the way, I'm still seething with anger over that. How dare you make my favorite character Megami lose? If we had this flashback, you could have just have let Soma lose instead. However, apparently in his flashback, Some wasn't always a very serious child. He had a loving mother who was a very good sushi chef, at least according to Some, and uh, they were the head chef at a small sushi restaurant that they used to own. And when she heard that Some got accepted into the Totsuki, she was very proud of him, and he spent many days in this middle school trying to do that. Unfortunately, his mother got an apprenticeship at a shishigami sushi, where the chefs treated her extremely cruelty, mostly because she was a woman in a battlefield, and also because the pressure was deep. Doing that eventually made her hit her limit. It's no secret that, well, technically most jobs are like this. However, it's worth noting that being a professional chef is extremely taxing to both stamina and mentality, especially if you're very popular. And having bullies as your bosses are not exactly so easy. Seeing his ill mother, mm, who got sick when he was just 15, he made a decision to protect this restaurant. And I think this is the first hint on why he supports Asami's production. Because he wants to destroy every single sushi restaurant that is weaker than his own. And make it so that his sushi restaurant is only accepted. Of course, this is just me guessing. However, what we see from this here seems to imply that, because he was inspired by watching the old television about serving food to daimyo. So he based his samurai-like sushi persona on that. And of course, the many chefs mocked him, and as many different chefs came here and mocked him for being a middle schooler, Some showed that he was quite the fierce chef. And from that day, he destroyed many, many different sushi restaurants, all from a Shirigarami to other people. Yes, and he got sharper and sharper for each and every time. And I think this is, as I said before, this is the hint on why he supports Azami. Because with this, as you know, nah, uh, ugh, damn it, did I just drop? Sukasa has said their goals is to destroy every single restaurant in Japan that does not match to Azami standard, and that means sushi restaurants too. So Some will just help with that because he will destroy the sushi restaurants that are weak in his eyes, just so he can protect his restaurant. His goals are in a way noble. He is protecting his family's restaurant. However, it's worth noting that Satoichi said that he had a sushi restaurant. So what is it now? Just a blood knight? Well, with that, the judges are cleaved in two, and he combined a very unique flavor in a unique dish. All Soma can says is, this might be bad. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. If you said that, then why did you let Megami lose? Don't tell me Soma's gonna lose too. I mean, I know what I've said before, I want Soma to lose one day, but not right now. Just let uh, just let Some lose so that there are free people left on the battlefield, or on the enemy side, Momo, Tsukasa, and Rindo, so that the last free can finally sweep away those arrogant pricks and be done with this arc. However, who knows? Is Soma panicking? Well, Soma is Soma. He's never panicking. Although I have a feeling it's not going to be as easy as we think. So yeah, we got backstory on Some, and when we get backstory, we usually expect defeats. So we should expect that Soma is going to be defeated. But how can Soma get the blade that, can cut through a sushi restaurant chef that has become sharp in order to protect his mother's honor? Who knows? But you give me your thoughts if you have any.